mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because today we're gonna be talking about this movie that was actually released in 2005 and it's called Rent. Currently it's available to watch on Amazon Prime and Apple TV, and it's a musical. A lot of music been going on that actually goes on during this movie. Just to be honest, this ain't my type of music because it's a musical. I'm not really into musicals, but I still wanted to go watch the movie because it was actually recommended to me, and I actually decided to go and watch it. And to be honest, it's very educational regarding the music and everything that goes on. Like the story behind it is very educational, and I will really recommend people to go watch it because it brings a lot of awareness to a lot of specific topics that be going around in society. And I feel like this movie is a good movie so that so that you can get educated on that matter. So basically it's about a group of Bohemians in the East Village of New York City that they are actually facing a lot in life, and that they are trying to get out of a very dark world that they are in. And they all have a passion for music and for all of and for art and all of that. But my main focus will to be talking about the relationship that happened between Maureen and Joanne on the movie. If you guys want the details regarding all other characters, I would definitely recommend you guys to go watch the movie to get the full info. But before we start talking about this couple, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as well. So basically, let's start off with Maureen. So Maureen is a singer. She loves singing. She's a performer. She wants to go big in the industry and become an artist. And on the other hand, Joanne is a very more formal lady. She's very into business and creating and stuff of that. And the two ladies are actually in a situationship, and what ends up happening is that they have a very complicated relationship because Maureen, she's very outgoing, she's very flirtatious, and she's always flirting with other people in front of Joanne. But in Maureen's defense, she doesn't do it in a way that she wants to hook up with them people. It's just who she is, and it's part of her personality. And of course, Joanne, she doesn't like that at all because she feel like the person that she's with, she doesn't want to commit with her. So she feel like Maureen is a player and all type of that, until one day all of it actually came to an end because Maureen, she was flirting with this girl while Joanne was in a meeting, and Joanne saw it and she felt the type of way. She ended up getting into this whole altercation. And then Maureen actually asked Joanne, so what do you want? And Joanne said, I want commitment. And then Maureen said, oh, that's all you want? So they have decided to commit, and they actually have decided to get married. But things didn't go as well. If you guys see the actually ceremony, you guys will see that everything was going good. They were all lovey-dovey. The family, their friends, everybody supported them on their engagement and all of that. But it didn't last long because during that same event, Maureen was talking to another girl that was working at their engagement party. And Joanne, she actually felt the type of way regarding it, and they got into this whole altercation but through a music scene. And they have decided to part ways just because they wasn't seeing eye to eye, because Maureen, she said it's just her way of being, that she doesn't really mean to flirt and be so on people, and it also that people come to her. It's not that she only goes to the people and be so flirtatious with them. And Joanne also said that Maureen, she needs to change that about her, but Maureen doesn't want to change that about her because they feel like that is part of her personality. And so basically the two ladies, they just want to say like they both have to accept each other how they are, because at the end of the day they both love each other. But they have decided actually to part ways. And at the end of the movie, like middle to the end of the movie, there comes a situation where they lost a very dear friend, and they ended up reconnecting at the hospital. And that's where the two ladies actually rekindled their relationship, because they realized that their life is too short, and that being next to the person you love and that you want to be with is very, very important. So Maureen and Joanne, actually, after that event, very, very unfortunate event, they have decided to rekindle their relationship. And at the end of the movie, another incident also happened with another friend, where they found another friend of them in the streets, and they took them, they took the young lady upstairs to actually go and get some help at another friend's house. And there you guys can actually see that the two ladies have officially gotten back together. But one thing I want to say is that the movie isn't like just focused on Maureen and Joanne, because there are several characters that had their own plot in the movie. So Maureen and Joanne, they actually didn't get a lot of camera time. The only camera time that they really got in was when they got engaged, and the whole engagement ceremony situation that happened, and a couple of clips here and there at the end of the movie, but ain't nothing very major, because there are actually other two storylines in the movie that was the main priority. And that was the case that I was saying that is the message behind the movie. So that's why they gave more camera time to that part of the movie, and I could definitely understand why. But still, it's a very cute couple. I really am happy that they both finally accepted who one another is, and they tried to, and they studied their partner and was like, okay, this is who you are, this is how you do. I know you don't do it intentionally, it's just something natural, so I'm gonna accept it. And Maureen also learned to accept Joanne, and understanding that Joanne loves her. She's very overprotective, she's very jealous, and she doesn't want Maureen to give her attention to nobody, just her. So Maureen also she worked on that part of her, and trying to understand more why Joanne is the way she is, and why she's so overprotective on her. And it looks like they actually got it together, because at the end of the movie they end up together. This was another reason why I wanted to do this review, because I like doing reviews regarding couples that actually have a happy ending, because we all know when it comes to the LGBTQ community, like the unhappy couples is a ongoing list, and this one actually has a good outcome. I was actually surprised, because I felt like after the whole wedding disaster, engagement disaster that they have, they wouldn't rekindle it, but they still did. But like I already said, guys, if you want to go watch the movie is called Rent. It's actually available to watch on Amazon Prime and Apple TV. And I also want to say, once again, it's a musical. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but I had to go watch it to go support the Maureen and Joanne, couple, because they're part from the LGBTQ community. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I also want to say that I've activated the super stickers to the channel, just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. I will also really appreciate it. And also drop down below in the comments what are your personal thoughts on these couples, if you have watched them, and what would you personally rate them from 1 to 10. I would rate them 7, because like I already said, because there was too much music going on, but besides that, I would rate them a 7. And I would say 7 because they figured it out and they ended up together. That's the only reason. But also drop down below in the comments some ideas or reviews that you guys would like me to do, so I can go ahead and create it. Until the next video, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and goodbye.